Chapter 4.
Birds. Birds and their beaks. Have you ever wondered why different birds have differently shaped beaks? Unlike other animals, birds do not have teeth. They use their beak to catch and eat food. Different birds have different kinds of beaks depending upon the food they eat. The most important function of a bird's beak is feeding, and it is shaped according to what a bird eats. In fact, we can identify birds by the shape of their beak. In this lesson, we will learn about some common beak shapes and the kind of food they help to eat. Bird, beak type, how it helps. Peacocks, sparrows and pigeons. Short and hard, to crack and crush seeds and grains that they eat. Hawks, owls, eagles, vultures and kites. Strong, sharp and hooked. These birds of prey catch and eat small animals like frogs, chicks and mice. The shape of their beaks helps them to tear flesh. Woodpeckers, chisel-shaped and strong, for boring into wood to eat insects. Hummingbirds, long, slender and pointed, for probing flowers for nectar. Ducks, strainer-like. Ducks have long, flat beaks with tiny holes on the sides. When a duck scoops out water plants and insects, the mud and water flow out through the tiny holes, while the plants and insects are left behind for the duck to eat. Herons and kingfishers, spear-shaped. Spear-like beaks help these birds in fishing. Warblers, tweezer-like. Insect eaters, like warblers, have thin, pointed bills. Crows, knife-like. Crows have a multi-purpose bill that allows them to eat fruits, seeds, insects, fish, and other animals. Parrot, curved, helps to crack nuts and hard fruits. Short and hard, strong, sharp and hooked. Chisel-shaped and strong. Long, slender and pointed. Strainer-like, spear-shaped, tweezer-like, knife-like, curved. Feet and claws. Birds use their feet and claws for various activities such as climbing, running, hunting, and walking or swimming in water. Claws and feet also help birds to fight back an enemy attack. Here are some different types of feet and claws birds have. Perching birds. Sparrows, crows and manas are some perching birds. They are also known as songbirds. They all share the same type of foot with 3 toes pointed forward and 1 backward. This foot is adapted to gripping a perch. It gives a strong grip even when the bird is sleeping on a branch. Climbing birds. Some birds prefer to navigate up and down the tree trunks on their own 2 feet. These birds have specially shaped toes that help them climb. For example, woodpeckers have 2 toes pointed upwards and 2 toes pointed downwards. This toe arrangement helps to support the woodpecker as it climbs up and down the bark of a tree. Swimming birds. Ducks, geese and swans all have webbed feet. The primary use for webbed feet is paddling through water. As the bird pulls its foot backward through the water, the toes spread apart, causing the webs to spread out. The webs push more water and help the bird move through the water. Webbed feet are useful on land as well as on water because they allow birds to walk more easily on mud. Catching prey. Raptors are birds of prey or flesh eaters like eagles, hawks and falcons. Their toes are sharp, powerful claws called talons, and they use them for catching prey. Raptors usually have 3 talons pointing forward and 1 talon pointing backward. Wading birds. Not all water birds swim through the water. Some prefer to wade or walk through shallow water. These birds have long, slender legs that allow them to walk slowly through the water without getting wet. Cranes, herons, and sandpipers are some wading birds. Scratching birds, hens scratch the soil for food such as insects and buried seeds. They have strong legs and nail-like toes that help them dig. They have 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. Feathers. Only birds have feathers. Feathers keep the birds warm. A feather is a lightweight and durable structure made up of a type of protein called keratin. Birds apply an oily substance to their feathers with the help of their beaks. This makes the feathers straight and waterproof and makes them last longer. This process is called preening. Birds have special feathers on their tail and wings which help them to fly. These are called flight feathers. Feathers on the skin are body feathers, and above them are soft and fluffy down feathers which keep the body warm.
Feathers wear out with time because of strong rays of the sun, wind and dust particles. Since worn-out feathers can't be repaired, they must be replaced.
Molting is the process of replacing old feathers with new feathers. As the new feathers begin to grow, they push upward on the old feathers, causing the old feathers to loosen and eventually fall out. Wings and flight. The wings of birds are like arms of humans. The size and shape of a bird's wings will affect its ability to fly, migrate, hover, dive, and even soar. Birds have hollow bones that make their body lightweight and help them to fly. Wings and feathers aid flight. The wings of a bird are attached to its body with strong muscles.
These muscles help the wings move up and down or forward and backward. The tail helps the bird to change direction while flying.
When a bird is flying, its wings show 2 types of movement. When wings move upwards and backward, it is called the upstroke movement. When the wings move downward and forward, it is called the downstroke movement. Birds and nests. Birds build nests where they lay and hatch eggs and take care of their young ones. They use various materials such as grass, straw, leaves, feathers, cotton and wool to build their nests. Once the baby birds learn to fly, they leave the nest. Different birds build different kinds of nests. The tailor bird uses its long beak as a needle to make its nest. It takes leaves and sews them with materials such as thread or wool to form a pouch. Further, it makes the nest even more warm and comfortable by filling it with dry grass. Weaver birds are well known for their beautiful nests. Their nests have a central nesting chamber and a long vertical tube that leads to a side entrance to the chamber. The nests are woven with twigs and grass and can be seen hanging from trees. Sparrows and pigeons make their nests inside houses and on trees. They use grass, leaves and feathers to build their nests. Woodpeckers use their strong beak to dig holes into tree trunks to build their nests. Penguins use pebbles and stones to make their nest on the ground. Vultures build large nests using sticks on trees. Caring for the young ones. After a bird lays its eggs, the eggs must be kept warm in order to grow into chicks. The parent birds sit on the eggs to keep them warm. For most birds, parenting duties are shared. The parents take turns sitting on the nest. One will do the sitting while the other bird gets food for itself. Young birds still need protection from heat and cold, so the parents continue to look after their chicks after they hatch. They travel to and from the nest, bringing food to their young. Once the chicks finally get their full feathers, the parents gradually lessen their involvement in the feeding process. the baby bird learned to fly and feed them.